So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is my entire fountain pen collection. Can you even believe it? So I have 16 pens because I have two Lamy 2000s. One of them is the blue version, but she's just drying right now. So I literally just cleaned it right now. That's why you can tell like this one's still a little wet on the inside because I just cleaned it out, because the only pen that I have inked in my entire collection is actually this one right now. So as some of you know, I've been selling my pens. I do technically still have a couple more that I have possession of right now, but I plan on selling them as soon as possible. So I'm not including them in the 2019 roundup, because in the 2019 roundup, this is my collection. This is what I'm keeping. This is what I use. This is it. I can't believe it. I've done it. I've gotten it under 20, which is where I want to keep it. Eventually, maybe pare it down to 10, but for now, this is where I'm happy. So I have a Lamy 2000. This is the medium nib, and the blue Bauhaus version is a fine nib. I have the Visconti Homo Sapiens Midnight in Florence. This one is a fine nib. Then I have the, three Aurora Optimas. They're all 365 versions, except for this burgundy one here. So they're limited edition, if this would focus. You can't get these ones anymore. This one has a medium nib. You can still get this one if you want. This one, I think you can still get in a few places, but for the most part, it's becoming more and more difficult to find them. And this one, I have a stub nib on it. This is like probably my favorite color. This one is still wildly available. So you can get this wherever. This one was actually the one I bought off of Dan Smith. So he ground it to a medium fine nib for me. And this is the purple with rose gold with a fine nib on it. So those are my Auroras. I have sold off like 4 or 5 of them now, but these colors I am obsessed with. Then I have the Pelican M800, or 805, sorry, since it's silver. This has a fine nib, but of course, being Pelican, it's still pretty broad. It's closer to a medium. I really, really like the Streisman look. Then I have 2 Mont Blanc pens. These are relatively new. Petit Prince series. So this is Le Petit Prince and this one's the Aviator. They're both in like the book series, which is why they both have the yellow star on the clip. But this one came out first and this one later. This pen here has the very first oblique I've ever used. This one, it's not really focusing very well, but it's an oblique medium. So that was really cool. And then this one is just a straight up fine nib, just a normal round tip nib, which is really, really neat. I have done, by the way, reviews of all of these pens. So if you want to like get the deep dive into it, definitely check that out. Then I have the Pilot Custom Heritage 823 with a medium nib, one of my favorites. This one's cool. I also got this one from Dan Smith. This is a Platinum 3776, one of the special editions. I can't right now remember what it is called. It's a little more blue on camera, but in real life, it's a little more on the teal side. This, I got a coarse nib, and then Dan ground it into an architect grind. So it's very thin on the downstroke and very wide on the cross stroke. Then I have the Parker Duofold Centennial, the original ivory version, not the new one. And this one has a medium nib. I really, really enjoy this pen. It's very wet, which I quite like. And this is the Wancher, however you want to pronounce it, Dream Pen, the True Urushi, in the Aka Tamanuri finish. I can't pronounce that correctly, so I apologize. With the ebonite feed and the gold nib. This is a fine nib. I really enjoy that one. Then the oldest pen of the collection, the Platinum 3776 fine nib, which I will never ever sell this pen. And then lastly, the Omos Ogiva Alba Cocktail. This one's also being just cleaned out, so it's a little wet on the inside. It has a broad nib, but it honestly writes like a stub. So this is it, guys. Can you believe it? I had the goal this year to pare down my collection. I had too many, far too many to actually use and enjoy on a daily basis. While I don't have all of these inked up all of the time, I try and keep it to about 4 or 5 at a time. Right now with just this one. But trust me, there will be a few more. My goal was to pare it down. I was successful in that goal thanks to a lot of you who I met at Scriptus, the Toronto Pen Show, a few of you who have purchased some pens via my YouTube or Instagram channel. Definitely check out the Toronto Scriptus 2019 video if you want to see what possibly is still up for grabs. Some of them have sold, some of them haven't. But this is it. I am obsessed with this collection. This is my collection. I am happy. I love it. There's no pen right now that I'm lusting after. I do like the look of the new Wancher one with like the leaves on it. But stay tuned because I will actually be lent that pen to review and I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited. But I'm going to contain that. I just want to touch all of my pens right now. It's been a while since I've had them laid out like this. But that was my goal. My goal for 2020 is to not accumulate more than 20 pens. No more than 20 in 2020. So I have a little bit of wiggle room if I do pick up a couple, but if I do buy and I get to my 20, then I must sell to stay at 20 or below. That is the goal for 2020. Do you guys have any goals like that? What's your collection like at the end of 2019? Do you have any goals going into 2020? Did you get more pens than you thought? Did you not get any more pens? Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Let's flash forward to 2020 soon and see what happens at the end. Guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you liked it a lot and you want to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. New videos come out every Monday and Friday, and occasional Q&A on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Don't be afraid of that comment section below. And guys, as always, I'll see you next time. Bye.